Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. My name is Brother Yahweh from the Sons of David. I'm doing a law class today. Before we get started, we're going to give all honors and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. This law class, we're going to try to do law 24 through 33 today. Had a problem, had to go pick up one of the brothers, so we didn't do our regular law class. So I'm going to do it straight on StreamYard and put it to YouTube. Brothers, you just got to catch it on YouTube instead of doing it how we normally do. Normally we do it on Telegram. We do our law school, our law classes. But today we're gonna do it on on strictly on YouTube. We'll do it on StreamYard and get down to the laws. It's moving slow. Computer moving slow. All right, let's try to get in law class. Probably actually go quicker. What did I just do? I went back. Bear with me, Salaki. Law class is about to officially begin. Let me find these laws. We want to start at 24. Law number 24, Deuteronomy 8 and 10. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless Yahweh thy power for the good land which he hath given thee. Why are they doing that? I do not know. So that's the law. So over here in America, they teach us, hey, after you eat, no, before you eat, pray. But in the law actually tells us after thou had eaten and had that full, then thou should pray. So we actually, everything that they taught us over here in America is upside down or backwards. Everything is ass backwards. Even praying before you eat. The scriptures actually say pray after you eat. Let me get back to this law. Let's bring out some of these precepts on it. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's not working with me, probably because I haven't been working on these laws. Not being diligent. Okay. I think we're coming up on it. Now we passed it. So the precept is going to be in, so we brought up Deuteronomy 8 and 10. The precept is going to be in Deuteronomy 6 and 12, I believe. I'm going to start at verse 11. And houses full of all good things which thou fillest not, and wells dig which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not. That's the part we add at 11. When thou shalt have eaten and be full, then beware lest thou forget Yahweh, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. See what the prophets say about praying after you eat. Proverbs 30 and 9 says, lest I be full and deny thee. That's why I say not to forget them. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. Hosea 13 and 6. According to their pastors, so were they filled. They were filled, and their hearts was exalted. Therefore have they forgotten me. So this is what a rich man do. Rich man get rich. You forget the Lord. Who? Man, you're having a good time. You're enjoying yourself in Esau kingdom. That's why the Mashiach says hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. Because it's easy to forget about the Lord when you got all the pleasures of the world before you. Let's see what it says in the New Testament. Give us this day our daily bread. Matthew 6 and 11. Hebrews 12 and 5 says, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Most High, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. All right. Let's try to get through these laws quick today to get to 33. Law number 25, Leviticus 26:1. Ye shall make ye no idols, nor graven images, neither rear ye up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. That's the key part. Got to take everything in context, meaning we can't worship anything. For I am Yahweh, your power. Let's get some precepts on that one. Exodus 20:4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likenesses of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. Deuteronomy 4:15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourself, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahweh spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. Meaning he had no images. That's the similitude. Deuteronomy 4:6. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, a similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female. Let's get it from the prophets. Isaiah 40:15. To whom then will ye liken power? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him? Verse 19. The workman melted a graven image, and the goldsmith spread it over with gold and cast the silver chains. Psalms 115:4. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hand. Now you know it's a lot of more precepts, but we only putting 2 precepts from the from the prophets, and 2 from the witch count. 2 to 3 is what we're doing. The New Testament, Acts 17:29. For as much then as we are the offspring of the Most High, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by art, a man's device. Romans 1:23. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God or the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man and to birds and 4-footed beasts and creeping things. And this what people still do to this day. Law 26, Leviticus 19:18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh. So that's a very big one. This one, I need to spend time on this one because we got this big, especially in Israel. Like all the deaths, it's all because we always want to avenge, or bear grudge against. I mean, he did this to me. I gotta go out, man. If we can, if Israel could get that, that'll be beautiful. Stop holding grudges. Stop hating your brother. Stop being offended by your brother. I feel like I gotta clap back. I gotta spark at him. I gotta say, I used to live in that life, but that's something we gotta overcome. That's something brothers gotta overcome. You can't have that mentality. It's not a right thing or a righteous thing to clap back at your the brother or the children of thy people. Deuteronomy 32:35. To me belong vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. Let's see, that's a precept for. Let's get what the prophets say. 1 Samuel 24:12. Yahweh judge between me and thee, and Yahweh avenge me of thee, but my hand shall not be upon thee. Meaning we ain't getting back at our brother. Most High gonna do that. Psalm 94:1. Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongs, O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongs, show thyself. Let's get in the New Testament. Matthew 5, verse 43. Ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. Loving your neighbor is doing what? Can't bear no grudge. Can't bear a grudge if you Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. But rather give place unto wrath, meaning put it away. Put away your wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Most High. Law 27. Too far. Law 27, Leviticus 19 and 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among the people, neither shalt thou stand in the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh. Precepts, Exodus 23 and 7. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. Deuteronomy, that precept is Proverbs 17:15. I wonder if I got that on here for one of one. Deuteronomy 27:25. Cursed be he that taketh reward and slay an innocent person, for all the people shall say amen. I don't have that. Psalms 15:5. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against thy innocent, he that does these things shall never be moved. Proverbs 11:13. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Proverbs 18. I went all around Proverbs and didn't get that one. Proverbs 17:15. But Proverbs 18 and 8. The word of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down unto the innermost part of a belly. Since I call that, I'm going to bring that out. I believe it's Proverbs 17:15. I could be off. The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abominations unto the Most High. Yeah. I was doing something earlier today, and I came across that precept. So when I read that law, it clicked back to me. It was like, oh, that's the law that precept was drawn from. In the New Testament, what it says, Matthew 27:4, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. Yeah, I mean, you got to deal with that. That's what they said to Judas. Let's go to Ephesians 4:25. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. A lot of us got to remember that. A lot of Israel got to remember that. Even brothers, some brothers may deem wicked, unless a brother then receive counsel, and you can't never stop dealing with you. There's certain incidents will tell you to stop dealing with your brother. If brother is true, you can't stop dealing with him unless he received counsel. The judgment came upon him, and he refused to accept the judgment. That's Matthew 18:17. Call it. Let's get clarity to that. Matthew 18:17, and it reads, and if let's start at 15. Moreover, if thy brother should trespass against thee, go tell him his faults between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou shalt gain thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouths of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church, or bring him up to council. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. That's when you can stop dealing with each other. This precept here is telling you. Let's go to Ephesians. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, For we are members one of another. We all one body. If your brother offends you, you got to deal with him. The scriptures give you many accounts of how to deal with your brothers. Our path is what the Most High said. Whatever the Most High uttered out of his mouth, that's the path we got to walk in. If we're not walking in that path, we're off. Let's get 1 Timothy 5:13. And with all they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. And anybody ever dealt with me, they'll tell you, yeah, y'all ain't gonna tell my business. Brothers, we got a lot of that. I know some brothers been in this truth and very established. They always want to talk about what the next man doing. We need to see those things in the scripture and refrain from that. Stop talking about brothers. Unless you counsel the brother or you bringing counsel about something. That's gonna be out here telling people business. To be honest with you, before I got in this truth, men didn't do that. That was a woman thing. And older men will tell you that's never been a man thing, just to be talking about a brother. But in today's society, even older men, this men older than me, that's what they do. They do a lot of gospel. Law 28, Leviticus 25:17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear the Most High, for I am Yahweh, your power. Precept, Leviticus 25:14. And thou shalt ought, and if thou sell aught unto thy neighbor, or buy aught of thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another. Exodus 20:15. Thou shalt not steal. That's oppressing your brother. Isaiah, see the prophet say, Isaiah 5:3. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. Jeremiah 7:6. If ye oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt. Yeah, that's to your hurt. It's gonna kill you. Let's get in the New Testament. I don't think I need to explain most of these. Most of these I would hope are self-explanatory. I need to start thinking about that. Let's do this. 1 Thessalonians 4:6. That no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter, because that Yahweh is the avenger of all such, as we also have forewarned you and testified. 2 Thessalonians 1:7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. When the Hamashiach Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. That's who's going to avenge you. Yeah, rest with us. That's your avenger. Law 29 is the same as Law 27. Let's go to Law 30. Law 30, Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. And if your brother's around me, if you see me in sin, a lot of brothers don't like to be corrected. I love to be corrected. If you see me doing something wrong, or you see me out of the script, man, tell me, because I probably don't see it. Because if I saw, I would correct it. Sometimes, what's that saying? Others see you plainly when you can't see yourself. So sometimes that's why I tell you not to forsake the congregation. Brothers can see when you off, or your spirit off, or things you may be doing may be contrary to what the word is. The word is our path. When we fall off that path, brother, I'm telling you, you're gonna die. That's why King David told you. Said he recompensed me according to my hands, and to the cleanness of my hands. Salaki paraphrase. Let's get the precepts to this. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the day of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. As soon as my father died, I'm going to slay my brother. It's wicked. Let's get what the prophet said about it. Psalms 50:20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. I should have put 21 in there, but I didn't. What did it say? These things thou hast done. Nah, I was good with that one. Let's get in the New Testament. Moreover, if thy brother should trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults. Matthew 18:15, we just read. Between thee and him alone. And if he hid thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Come. 1 John 2:9. He that said he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness, even until now. Because you got a lot of brothers who got hatred for their brothers. I can't be around them brothers. I can't deal with them brothers. You just always got an issue with a brother. You got to check your spirit. That's something you got to overcome. 1 John 3:4. Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. That's why you got to check your spirit. I don't want to see any of my brothers fall. If it be the Lord will. But that's why it's our duty to rebuke our brothers, which I need to get better at, is rebuking brothers. I let brothers get away with stuff, and I don't really rebuke them as I probably need to be constantly rebuking brothers. Law 31, Leviticus 19:18. And thou shalt not avenge nor bear grudge against the children of thy people. Thou shalt anywise love thy neighbor as thou love thyself. I am Yahweh. Precept Deuteronomy 32:25. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man, the virgin, and the suckling. Also, the man of gray hairs. I mean, it's gonna kill the old, the young, everything. That's what that hate do. See what the prophets say. 1 Samuel 24:12. And Yahweh judge between me and thee, and Yahweh avenge me of thee, but my hand shall not be upon thee. Meaning, I'm not going to do nothing to you. The Most High going to judge you. 2 Samuel 2:19. This is a beautiful precept. Anybody have never read this account about Ashael and Abner? 2 Samuel 2:19. And Ashael pursued after Abner, and in going he turned not to the right hand nor to the left from following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him and said, Art thou Ashael? And he answered, I am. And Abner said unto him, Turn thee aside to the right hand or to the left, and lay thee hold of one of the young men, and take thee his armor. But Ashael would not turn aside from following him. So this brother, so in the account, they was all the young men of Israel. This was the Benjamites and the Judites. They was fighting, or they was getting it in. That's Most High's a man of war. So once Abner started to flee, Ashael pursued him. And we know what we get about pursuing your brother, because he choose not to turn to the right hand or to the left. Meaning he bear that grudge. Now I'm definitely gonna get you. Look what happened. And Abner said again unto Ashael, Turn thee aside from following me. Wherefore should I smite thee to the ground? How then should I hold up my face to Joab, thy brother? Howbeit he refused to turn aside. Wherefore Abner, with the hinder end of thy spear, smote him under the fifth rib, that the spear came out behind him, and he fell down there and died in the same place. And it came to pass that as many came to the place where Ashael fell down and died, stood still. Meaning they mourned for him. But that's from bearing a grudge against your brother, refusing them. I ain't gonna never let this go. I'm never gonna let this go. Man, whatever you think your brother done to you, you got to let go. You will get put to death. These things was written for our learning. Romans 15:4. Let's see what it says in the New Testament. Matthew 5:43. Ye have heard that it's been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. Love thy neighbor. I mean, you can't hold no which kind of one. Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Most High. Law 32 and Law 33 is the same. Where we was going to take this law class to? I think this one was going to stop at, I think we was going to do all the way up to 34. I don't know what I got on the title, but we had 34 and it went pretty quick. So we're going to do 34. Leviticus 19:14. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear thy power. I am Yahweh. Precept. Deuteronomy 27:18. Cursed be he that maketh the blind to wander out of the way. And all the people shall say, Amen. So that's the oath. We swore to keep that. We ain't going to put stumbling blocks. Deuteronomy 32:7. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people which thou hast brought out of the land have corrupted themselves. Right after we made that oath, what did we do? Corrupt ourselves. I always say we corrupt ourselves early. See what the prophet say. Isaiah 57:14. And shall say, Cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. Now that's what we got to do. That's why brothers go out to teach, to take up all the stumbling blocks like birthdays and all these pagan holidays, eating pork, all the stumbling blocks, even knowing who they are or who their power is. Those are all stumbling blocks. Ezekiel 14:3. Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts and put the stumbling blocks of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? So that's a powerful one. When he say these stumbling blocks are in your heart. So your biggest stumbling block is what? Your pride. Proverbs 6:16. First thing he said he hated was what? Prideful look. So that's where your biggest, our biggest stumbling block is going to be our pride. Or I'm somebody. Or I know this. Or we give our right hands power. Wow. Nah, bro. No one is exalted but Hamashiach Yahushua. All of us need to have lowly spirits and be humble. Job 30:13. They mar my path. They set forward my calamity. They have no helpers. How they mar your path? They put a stumbling block in front of you. Brother, you eat that pork. Brother, the most I ain't gonna say nothing. You don't wear your fringes. Brother, you could just, shoot. New Testament. Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Revelation 2:14. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to each thing sacrifice unto idols, and to commit fornication. So that's law school for today. It's quick. It's not like class. Usually class be two hours to get through. We wouldn't have got through that many laws. Probably got 6 or 7. But that's law school. We got it. I'm gonna get in, give me something to eat. Before we end this, we're going to give all honors and prayers to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Barakatham, and Kwam Yasharella.